Day. Welcome to episode 5 of my tutorial series for beginner players in Minecraft. Today we will be looking at the two hidden dimensions in Minecraft, namely the Nether and the End. To say that the Nether and the End dimensions are hidden is actually not correct, since both are accessible to you, if you know how the mechanics work and how to activate the portals to both. The concept of both dimensions could be frightening to beginner players, and visiting both would take some getting used to. But once you know what to expect and what dangers to watch out for, it will become much easier the more you engage in both worlds. In episode 4, we looked at the website chunk base, which allows you to see your map and navigate via the coordinate system. The maps for both the Nether and the End can also be seen and navigated via the chunk base website. Let us first have a quick discussion on both dimensions before visiting them. The Nether is the easier dimension to access, but is in my view much more dangerous than the End. A valid question that arises in the mind of every new beginner would be, why go there at all? And the answer is quite simply to gather resources that you will need in the overworld, to expand your infrastructure, and to utilize game mechanics like farms that need Nether mobs to run. There are various mobs in the Nether, of which some is outright hostile and others not so. We will not be looking at them in this tutorial, since the purpose now is just to introduce you to the entrance or the portal to the Nether. This should be the minimum size that you need to build a Nether portal in order to activate it. 4 at the bottom, 4 up, 4 up as well, and then across. Strictly speaking, the blocks in the corners, both at the top and the bottom, is not necessary, but it just looks better like this, in my opinion. As far as I know, theoretically, you can make a Nether portal as big as you want to, as far across as you want to, up to build limit if necessary, all the way down again, and it would activate, but smaller than this would not work. To activate the portal, you would need to torch it with your flint and steel, and the portal is activated, and now you can go through it into the Nether. The location, I mean with that, the coordinates at which you spawn in the Nether, has a direct relationship to your position in the overworld that we are in now. We will be looking at your coordinate system and the relationship between the overworld and the Nether in episode 7, and we will explain in detail how you can use the Nether to travel vast distances easily in the overworld. So let's visit the Nether and see what it looks like. Nether has a bunch of dimensions which can be visited to gather resources, which is helpful in the overworld, and you will also find various mobs that you can interact with in the Nether, some of which can be killed and the drops can be gathered, which is needed to advance your technology in the overworld. A more detailed explanation of the Nether will be covered in the course of the next few episodes, and we will be looking at all the mechanics that you could utilize in the Nether. For now, let's go back to the overworld, and then we'll take a look at the End. Let us now look at the End. The End is the hardest dimension to open. In a normal survival map, you have to get 12 IF Ender together in order to activate the End portal, and you will see that I already have 12 IF Ender in my hotbar, which was easy to get since I'm using creative to show you. Some portals might have IF Ender in it already when you get to them, which will make it easier since you need less IF Ender then to activate it. It is beyond the scope of this tutorial to explain how to craft the IF Ender, as well as the resources that you need. That will be covered in a next episode. Once you have enough IF Ender, you need to locate a stronghold, which normally contains an End portal. Unlike a Nether portal, you cannot craft an End portal in survival mode. The only access to the End is via a portal that spawns naturally in your world in a stronghold. In episode 2 and 4, I showed you how to get the seed of your map and how to locate and navigate to structures. Once you have the coordinates to your nearest stronghold, you need to locate the structure underground and then locate the end portal, all the while defending yourself against mobs. You get to the top of a stronghold and you have to dig down and find the end portal. And remember, since it's a structure, there will be mobs spawning there. Remember to put down torches since mobs cannot spawn above light level 0. At this moment, it's beyond the scope of this episode to discuss the mobs in the end. The end contains the dragon, which is one of the bosses in Minecraft. If you play in survival mode, you will first need to kill the dragon before you can make future visits safe in the end. A fight against the dragon is always a highlight, and adrenaline would surge through your body. I will soon make a video of myself and a friend killing the dragon in survival mode to showcase the mechanics and the fight, as well as your preparation before making the attempt. I've already used commands to locate a stronghold. We are right above it, and I'm now going to go into spectator mode and show you the structure below the ground. Going down, you will see the entire structure of the stronghold. And as part of a stronghold, there's various rooms, chests that you could raid, stuff that you would be able to get there. There's 2 chests down there. And you have to locate the room with the end portal, which looks like this. You will also see there is a spawner that spawns naturally as part of the as part of a room, and that is silverfish, which is actually a harmless mob, but still it's annoying, so I normally break it. All right, so this is what the end portal looks like. You'll see there's already 4 IF ender in it, and we only have to put in another 8 to activate. So let's go into creative mode again, activate the end portal, and go into the end. All right, let's put this in. Right. And we'll get another advancement when we go in. This is the first time visiting the end. Oh, some of the silverfish is spawning. There you go. So if you're in survival mode, that would automatically attack you. Right, let's go into the end. Advancement made. You'll see we're on a platform. It is normally not a good idea to run around immediately after accessing the end, because this, if you fall into this void, you are dead. And that is the end island. So let's fly over. You'll see that the ender dragon is flying around. It has its health bar at the top, showing its health. And this is one of the bosses in the end. Alright, so let's just quickly go and stand here. The end has less mobs than the Nether, but the resources gathered in the end is equally as important as those gathered in the Nether. Endermen, which are the mobs that spawn naturally in the end, is especially useful when used as an XP farm. The end has a big central island, which is the one that we are on now, with obsidian pillars that spawn naturally as part of a structure. On top of each pillar you'll see an end crystal which recharges the dragon. If you come to the end to kill the dragon, you first have to destroy all the end crystals, else it is much harder to kill the dragon. The end has thousands of islands which are spread out through the world. We will quickly fly over to one of the islands and show you an end city. Alright, this is what an end city looks like. This is actually a small city. You get end cities that's easily 3 to 4 times the size, and it can take quite a while to raid. End cities primarily has shulkers in them, which is quite handy when you use them for storage. And we'll get to that in a later episode. You will see that this end city also has a boat, and that is where the elytras are located. It is definitely the aim of every Minecraft player out there to get their hands on a few elytras, and for good reason. The feeling of euphoria when getting your first Elytra in survival mode cannot be described. You have to experience that for yourself. We will be showcasing the rating of an entity soon and how to get an Elytra and use it as well. And that is it for this episode. Let's just land on the city quickly. Hello, you are black and long, and your eyes look funny. Wow, wait, look at me. Follow me. Follow me. Alright, everybody, that's it for this episode. We only peeled some of the layers of the proverbial onion, which is Minecraft. This game has much more to offer, and you have a lot of mechanics to exploit, adventures to be had, and thrills to be experienced. Thank you for watching this episode, and please subscribe and hit the notification button if you want to be notified about future episodes. Enjoy your day, wherever you are, and goodbye.